Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
I want to make sure I move this week since we were all statues last week. It's the old classic of it's not a, you don't know if it's a picture or video somebody's taking.
We just got back.
It's live, it's video.
We just got back.
Unless you're listening, then it's audio.
I've been disrespecting the legend too much, so I have to wear him today.
What you mean?
MJ?
You know I'll be disrespecting Mike.
Well, because you said Thriller last week.
No, I ain't gonna say it.
Because you said Thriller last week instead of Triller.
No, I've been saying that forever. I'll be wilding on.
That's a compliment, almost. Though.
I'll be killing Sean about Mike.
Yeah, he know I'm like, you know I'm like, yeah. Hold up, what you got for Mike though?
Favorite Michael Jackson song? Go.
Do you remember the time?
He said, "Good answer, good answer." Why you look at me?
I felt like I was on Family Feud.
Yeah, why you look at me?
I was on a Family Feud. It felt like a Family Feud. What's yours?
I really like Human Nature. I think that could be my number.
Okay.
I got Man in the Mirror.
But he got so many.
I think you and I both enjoyed PYT.
Yeah.
I think we were always kind of same there. But I got Man in the Mirror.
Yeah. And don't stop till you get enough. I can't get enough of that video.
That was bad. But I think he has, not to go too deep in the Michael Jackson discography, but I feel like if you ask 10 different people, you're probably going to get 10 different answers, 7 different answers.
Yeah.
But yeah, legend. But speaking of Triller, bring it back to boxing. Rhyming.
You want to do it?
Do I want to rhyme? No.
No. We know you don't want to rhyme.
Hey, one time when Sean first moved to Vegas, I took him to Michael Jackson's house. He thought I was playing. He actually thought about buying the house. True story.
But then
like last year.
Yeah, you're right.
That was like last year.
I was gonna say because when you first moved to Vegas, you didn't have the funds or anywhere close.
It was like last year.
Still don't.
Oh man, no! Why you play my boy like that, man? He was like,
no, go to YouTube.
Allegedly,
Shawn Porter net worth.
he was broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shawn Porter net worth. What was that? I want to do what?
Go with the Triller first.
No, let's recap first. We always like to look back before we look forward.
Well, then let me do this before we get into boxing.
All right, before you get into that, hey, if it ever gets today where they put Carson or me network on a computer, I'm dying at whatever Carson says.
Why would they?
Because Carson, hey man, one day me and Carson gonna be popping, okay?
Yeah. We had that conversation yesterday about you. We said, eventually we're gonna have to put some money to side for you because you ain't gonna want none of it. I said you're gonna look up one day and be a millionaire and be like, I guess I'm a millionaire.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all gonna be mad. Hey man, we've been doing this for a while. We got some sponsors. Eventually I'm gonna start doing some sponsors inside the show. Just, hey, man, just trying to get my dollars, man. Just trying to get my dollars. That's it.
Cash rules everything around me. Yeah.
Cream.
Is he going to promote the sponsor?
Yeah, sounds like it.
In his mind, he's going to be the one promoting the sponsor.
I already told you I got stuff.
I'll let you shoot the shot, but hey, if you breaking.
I got this. I'm good at this.
You guys.
I'm good at this.
Listen, I want to share a few of the blessings that I've just received recently, and I want to start with the Real DAZN Network. Shout out to the Real DAZN Network. I brought my computer today so I don't mess anything up. So I'm gonna read a little bit from here. The Real DAZN Network is an organization creating resources and relationships for fathers all over the world. It's not exclusive to Black fatherhood, but it is a key focal point for the Real DAZN Network. They just celebrated their 12th annual Real DAZN Week, where my dad and I were selected and recipients of their 2021 Real DAZN Legacy Award. Is
that a regular title or interim or? So I did their little boxing. Go ahead. Keep cooking. Go ahead.
We talked about that yesterday too. He done distracted me. So real quick, I want to shout out the CEO and the founder of Real DAZN Network. His name is Derek Phillips. He's from out of New York. He started this thing, and basically he just wants to bring dads together, empower dads, and put light on fathers. I think that more times than not, we see the stories of moms bringing up the sons and daughters, the families all alone. And he's like, hey, man, we there too. Yeah. So I just want to show everybody that we're there. And that's kind of how my dad and I got into the picture. He has taken a liking to my dad and I's story and said, man, your dad's always been there for you. So I want to bring you guys on and present you guys with the Legacy Award this year. So that was big. That actually happened about 2 weeks ago. So I'm like 2 weeks late with this. But this is my thing with this is I want to use this platform, which will lead me to the next point that I got for us, everybody, real quick. But I want to use this platform to not just for the boxing, not just for the entertainment, but to shed some light on the positivity that goes on in the country, in the world, and wherever I can be, have my fingers on it. I want to do that and push it out. And so I want to encourage everybody, go on to realdaznetwork.org, and you can follow up on all of the stories. You can follow up on Derek Phillips right there. You get a really much better insight on who Real Daz Network is and what they're capable of and what they can do for you and your relative city and or community. So check them out, support them. I'm gonna be supporting them ever since they shouted out to me. Of course, y'all know I'm a new father, so that is kind of another direction I'm gonna go in the future too. So
New father.
what I say?
I've seen your kid. He's old now.
I got 2 kids.
Yeah, this is true.
I got kids.
You're a two-time father, 2-time world champion.
And for anyone who doesn't know, I have just received my certification I'm officially a sports life coach.
Yeah.
There we go. Somebody.
I did red claps.
Yeah.
Somebody pushing the buttons, right? Okay. Mac asked me yesterday, so what does that mean? I said, man, yo, that
Why'd you do the accent like that?
because I had to. He's Haitian.
Okay.
I had to let him know. I said, yo, this means that I can help you with your time management, and I can help you with your emotional management that you bring on the other people with your poor time management.
Yeah. It's a vicious cycle.
So I'm going to give you guys just a really quick rundown on what a sports life coach is, because I know a lot of people out there don't know. The model that Mrs. Carlette Patterson has basically instilled in me with Patterson Sports Ventures is what she is the founder and creator of. Sports life coaching is taking people from good to great. You can be a good athlete, but there can be something going on in your personal life that can affect you in your training. Now your fight performance ain't what you expected to be, ain't what the world expected to be, and you will never know because you have poor management with things at home, or you're ignoring things at home and don't even realize that it's pouring out into your life. So we have a 3D model, your personal life, your professional life, and your philanthropic life. And so that's what I've basically been coached and taught how to help other people with, how to manage their lives, in and out of the ring, on and off the course in the fields. And I'm looking forward to that venture in my life. She's supposed to be setting me up with some clients, and we'll get going with that too. So
that's been something you've been aiming for a while.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell a quick story. So I met Carlette Patterson back in 2013, and it leads me to my point. I was dealing with things and didn't even realize like how bad it had got, right? So I go out and I speak to her, and she's really coaching me on some things, helped me through some things. And I really like to tell the story like y'all. It was almost possible that Shawn Porter would not have been a world champion if I had not done that, because I didn't realize just how bad things were getting for me in my personal life, and how I was really just making things really bad in my professional life. I was getting to the point where I didn't even want to fight anymore, so she helped me with a lot of that, and got me to the point, or helped get me to a point where I can manage things, understand things. I started to really mature and things like that. And so I called up Miss Carlette last year, and I said, hey, do you know what I've done since we last spoke? And this was 2013, before I became a world champion. She hadn't seen any of it. And so
hurtful, but fair.
No. It was all good, because you know me, like
that little boxing thing.
So I gave her the whole rundown, everything that I had done. And when I get to the end of it, she's like, you have just really transformed and become an amazing young man and athlete. So on and so forth. I said, I really do have to thank you, because I still use a lot of the techniques and things that you showed me back in 2013. Remember, this was last year. Yeah. And remember, I've been talking about doing this for a long time. Years, yeah. I said, I've been talking about going to school, get a psychology degree. I just want to do what you did for me for other people. How do I do that? And she says, I can certify you whenever you're ready. So it's something that was a long time coming, and I'm finally got my certification. So she's going to come here and actually present the certification to me. We're going to talk and all that kind of stuff, and we're going to do a specific show geared towards Miss Carlette, Sports Life Coaching, PSV, which is Patterson Sports Ventures, the Porter Way, which is, we're going to do some more things with this as well. So we'll get together and figure out if y'all going to be a part of that or not, if whatever.
Yeah,
but,
I got no problem being part of that.
Yeah, so there you go. So, but that's what I have for you guys today, man. I just wanted to make sure that I got that in. Real Dads Network, they gave me my award like a month ago now, so I really wanted to get that out, not just the fact that my dad and I received an award, but to let everybody know that there's no blueprint to being a father. You had a great father, and I know your dad personally, so you have a great model to go after and to reflect on, and things in terms of how you want to raise your children. But when it comes to you raising your children, it's really on you. Yeah. And so if you don't have that model, if you don't have someone who can help and guide and assist, realdadsnetwork.org, they're right there for you, and they want to be there for you. It's an awesome foundation, and I love it. I'm gonna get deeper into that.
Yeah, we ate the certificate yesterday. Matter of fact.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to post that now. So.
Delicious. It was delicious cake.
Yeah.
Hey, just in case.
Except once it got to the top.
Just in case Sean tried to play me, just because my dad was black, he was in my life.
Oh no, you're right.
You ain't give a damn.
Oh snap! I ain't mean it like that. I know your dad too.
I'm just messing up.
Oh, don't do me like that. Damn, like I went. And I basically put my back to him.
Oh no, you've known my dad since.
Yeah, no, your dad for a long time. Yeah. Hey,
and I thought you were gonna try to say that he tried to play. You got to win a Monopoly last night. Important to note.
Sean don't lose a Monopoly.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't play Monopoly. I hate Monopoly. Somehow I won.
We had UFC on, man, and that kind of took me.
Threw you off.
That distracted me.
Hey,
but, yeah.
Sometimes the champ go down.
Yeah, this is true. But no, let's before we look forward to a unnecessarily busy June 19th of fights. Earlier this week, the GWOAT, we tuned in.
Oh,
Claressa Shields.
Claressa Shields.
Oh, you called it the GOAT?
The GWOAT.
Oh, the GWOAT. Oh, I like that.
Of all time.
That's not the first
I didn't
time.
come up with
I never heard that.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
How's he never heard of that? She's been saying that for about at least a year.
Yeah, at
Good
least.
for her.
Yeah.
She really is the GWOAT.
Absolutely.
Should we go for it?
Yeah,
push it out there.
100%.
She's been pushed. Oh,
Yeah.
Why he acting like he's a movement?
It's a hashtag already?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Hey, y'all, hashtag GWOAT.
Yeah.
But only when you referring to Claressa Shields.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lady. I should have had her on today.
That was for anyone that doesn't know, she makes her
I
MMA
watched
debut.
some MMA this week.
Yeah.
Because I watched the fight yesterday,
Yeah,
too.
and she not only did she get the win by stoppage, which I predicted, she overcame a lot in that fight.
Yeah, it was looking bad.
It wasn't looking bad. Don't say that.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was looking. If anything, it was looking the opposite of what you want when you're the striker.
When you're fighting, when you're
an MMA fighter, and she's a stand-up fighter. She obviously doesn't want to go to the ground.
Kind of like last night.
Yeah, in the first 2 rounds were spent primarily on the ground.
Yeah.
But for her, I think the thing I thought of as we were going through the fight was she's new to the sport, and the way that was setting up, I would have been so frustrated if I were her, because it's like you're making this debut and you just can't she just kept she was held down, and I'm like, I would have just been like, forget this, like I'm out. That's why she's the GWOAT and I'm not.
What I say every time.
Every time Sean watch UFC, he's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm tapped.
I was tapped.
100%.
I was tapped.
Yeah, she gets up.
That's the most commentary I have for UFC is like, oh yeah, I would have tapped out right there.
Yeah, no, she ends up 3rd round, stands up, and then ends up getting her down and was landing she was firing some shots.
Hey, once the girl let her get her into her zone of striking, it was good night.
It was done so. Good night, move.
I think she stuck her on the ground, didn't she?
Yeah, she was.
And maybe I was so impressed with her because I knew I would have tapped out like the moment I had hit the ground. Maybe that's why I was.
That's kind of what I'm referring to. Is just, it was so like she's fighting somebody that is skilled in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So she's like, that's what she's focused on, and she just she stuck to her technique. And they kept saying her composure. Yeah, didn't let herself get frustrated.
And
kept her wits about her.
And that was what I was looking at too. And I always watch a fighter's eyes when they're in the ring, and because the fighter's eyes will speak for him. Yeah. And she did not look uncomfortable. I looked to see if her eyes had gotten wide at any point. Her eyes didn't get wide at any point. She stayed pretty level headed throughout the match until her time came. And I mean, just a lot to be said about her, man. We gotta get her on this podcast because I was really proud of her seeing what she did the other day. You know, not to say I haven't been proud of her as a fighter, but
that's a whole different
when you switch over
that she didn't need to take.
Yeah,
she did that because she wanted to do it and challenge herself.
2-time undisputed world champion in boxing,
2-time gold medalist in
and
Olympics.
2-time gold medalist in Olympics. You don't have to do that, and so. Her basically willing to challenge herself a lot. That quote that you always use, willing to be great, daring to be great. Yeah, she dared to be great the other night. And that was pretty cool.
And then Amanda Serrano also got an MMA win.
And
she's more experienced.
Yeah,
she's been in
okay.
it. She's done. I think that was.
I was hyped about that.
I mean, rightfully so. I think it was her 3rd or 4th fight, but she wiped her.
Hey, made her tap.
Yeah, she got her out of there quick.
I missed that one.
She made her tap. That was just made her tap.
I mean, we had her on the show. She talked about.
Like
a guillotine
Yeah,
choke or
first
something,
round,
which is a crazy description of a choke, the guillotine. But she mentioned kind of when she was on with us that she just fights. Like she's done MMA.
She's with the business.
Kickboxing, she boxes obviously, but picked up a great win. Shout out to Amanda Serrano. And then last night.
And shout out to Claressa Shields.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I want for Claressa Shields? Another type of Claressa Shields. That talks the talk.
She talks her shit though.
No, I'm saying somebody else.
That
actually could challenge her.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, that can actually challenge her and talk the talk. That could blow up big for women's boxing.
Yeah,
that could actually bring. I don't see nobody.
And you saw boxing. I mean, sports in general. But boxing is very segmented as far as the fan base. People like this guy, they hate this guy. They like this girl, they hate this girl. But when she won on Thursday,
I think that was Thursday.
Everyone was like, the whole boxing community was like, hell yeah. Everyone was excited for her, which I was also excited for sure.
She got a lot of love.
Yeah, rightfully so. But last night, ESPN, Top Rank.
Yeah.
Get off the foot.
Yeah, I keep waiting for Ant's foot to touch my foot under the table, but
I was like, did that just happen?
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Let me just say, in any fight,
hey, pull up that ref's name right quick because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned that when the fight started. You
were
like, yeah, I'm a fan. So for anyone that has watched boxing, anytime there's a matchup of an orthodox fighter and a southpaw, their feet are it's guaranteed to happen where they step on each other.
Yeah.
And it typically is something where, I mean, you can kind of try to be like, watch it a little bit, maybe like in the 5th round, or if somebody, like if there were 5 trips or like people kept falling, maybe you step in. But was it the 1st or 2nd round?
First round.
Stopped the fight.
I think it was,
and said, hey, watch your feet. I would have been like,
it might have been the 2nd round.
It was like, what was it, Lil Boozy?
Could have been
do what
first.
you do, but watch my shoes.
And I mean, I'm not sure, but isn't that like a tactic in boxing? It's not, you're not literally trying to do it, but if you could do it and I can hit you while I'm doing it,
and you always are battling to get your foot outside.
Yeah, it's about
And
dance
so, I mean,
contest.
it's a tactic, and so it's like and then he's just like, hey,
it was like like Shawn always says, refs shouldn't watch videos or something.
Yeah.
Somebody got in his ear or something,
and was like,
and
hey,
he was on that.
He
went into the ring. He missed a knockdown because of that.
Yeah,
He
didn't want the shoes to be scuffed or something. I don't know what the issue was, but.
I love when we have a southpaw versus orthodox match, especially when both are good boxers, because you do see all of the strategy and technical aspects of boxing really come to play, because you it's like you gotta watch this guy's face, you obviously gotta watch his hands, but you still gotta be mindful of that foot. Now you gotta be extra mindful of where you are in the ring, because one step trying to battle for the outside, and then you kind of corner yourself, you know. So I mean, I top to bottom, I could talk southpaw orthodox boxing all day and all night, because it really is fun and it's intriguing.
A little chess match.
And I think from a commentating perspective, it gives you a lot to speak on throughout the night, you know. And I think for a lot of time, I think more times than not, for the commentators, when we know we have orthodox and southpaw, we're kind of like feeling good about that, because we know that we're going to be able to say some things that not everybody watching is going to know. So we know we got a good opportunity here to educate everyone. Something actually came to me, an idea came to me from watching what this ref did last night, because like I said, when the fight started, I said, yo, this ref is cool. He's got a lot of flavor, a lot of swag.
Yeah. What my man said?
He said, what he said, don't hit a down fighter. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know what time that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what he meant, right? It's game over. Yeah. So I'm a fan of his, man. I like him. And actually, an idea came to me last night from what was going on, because
Celestino Ruiz, by the way.
Here you go.
You know what time that? Oh, he's from Illinois. He's from Southside Chicago. You already know what time that is.
Shout out to Lupe.
So, shout out to Lupe. Damn. See, this is what happens.
You had an idea.
So listen. So listen. So this guy from the opening bell, I get it. We want to watch these guys hit. So let me first off say that yes, there are professional tactics. We do this where we're stepping on the guy's foot, and the guy knows that. What everybody's is human nature. When somebody comes at you, to take a step back. You step on the foot, they can't take that step back. Yeah. Not too many people are willing to pivot like your guy Lomachenko likes to do. So not often is a guy going to step off to the left or right. More times than not, they're going to step back. So,
and one of Shawn big fights, the guy kept stepping back. Shawn was stepping on his foot a lot.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't know what fight that was.
I don't know either,
when
but
you
I
hit
like it.
Earl Spence, you hit him with one shot while you stepping on his foot.
Allegedly.
Don't take a point away.
No, it bounced out.
They gonna take a point away?
It bounced out because the low blow.
Oh.
So it's all good.
All right, don't do that, because they don't do that.
That's fine. No.
Yeah, you know how they are in the comments.
No,
they be
fine.
waiting on us.
There's a lot of them though.
Yeah.
Just take it. Just take that. Just take
But
the
so
low
you're-
blows,
so-
bro.
so you're
You a
idea-
man.
Took them all.
Yeah.
Got yelled at.
What you do?
So there is pro tactics where you step on the guy's foot. They're not able to retreat. You get the upper hand on catching them, so on and so forth. So I kind of had a feeling that this ref knows that, hey, these guys are good. They shouldn't be stepping on each other's feet, but he came to the ring with that.
Yeah, ready.
Anyway, this is what came to my mind. I really do think, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but is boxing the only sport that has one referee in play during? Am I wrong?
It depends.
Who's the guy that, like, when someone's down?
Yeah, isn't there other referees like on the side?
Isn't that the ref?
That is
another ref.
no, that's the timekeeper.
Oh,
So that's the timekeeper. The timekeeper is there basically to assist the ref where the guy went down, the count is supposed to start. And a lot of times a ref will pick up the count where he sees the time judge at. Sometimes he'll pick it up maybe a second or two behind it. So if the timekeeper is like 5, 6, he may pick it up and say 4, 5, just a little bit. But
Gotcha.
Point being, I feel that there should be someone, another ref or refs there to assist these referees during the course of action. So the same thing that happens, and this is why I love, or not love, but so after the round ends, red corner, blue corner, and the referee actually goes to one of the neutral corners. In that neutral corner, he's got a bottle of water, he's got a towel, he's basically got his own corner.
Yeah.
In that corner should be someone that can give him more direction on what's going on and how he's handling
Somebody's over
things.
there like, hey, let the feet go.
If there should be a correction, prime example.
Yeah.
So you have a fighter and you have orthodox and southpaw, and you will see a guy who is intentionally stepping on the foot. If there's a ref in the corner where he comes back, he's already warned everybody after that second round, and he comes back, say, hey, we're watching these guys. They aren't doing it intentionally. We'll let you know if they're doing it intentionally. I just feel like if there's someone there that can advise the refs on what's going on during the course of action, I think that may help the sport in a major way. So
I would agree.
that kind of came to me because not the worst thing in the world until he was like, hey, next person do it.
And then 10
I'm gonna
seconds
take a
later,
point.
there was a foot on another foot.
Not the worst thing in the world, but at the same time, when you have a ref that's in there in the corner and he comes back, he's like, hey, we see him stepping on the feet. We don't think it's intentional. We'll keep an eye on it until we feel like it's intentional. Just let them continue to work. Kind of like a little bit more of a police officer. What I'm saying? Like in the course of the action,
He was every two. Watch your feet.
It was bad. It was bad.
I think you want something like with NBA refs. Like after a call, they get together.
Yeah.
That what came to me was NFL.
And what about the time they challenged? It was a top ranked fight when they did the challenge.
I
thought that was gonna come out from that knockdown.
That was sad times for all of us.
So we really don't need to revisit
that because that was the worst.
I think that was a one and done.
Listen,
they never bring that back again.
They haven't tried. As far as I know, Vegas is or Nevada is the only state commission that has that.
Yeah, we kind of
available.
Thankfully, we haven't. Yeah, that was not a good. That was
a long time.
Yeah,
that took momentum of the fight.
You talk about wanting to make a good impression. That was the opposite. That was the opposite of a good impression.
And they didn't get it right. So never mind.
Yeah, it was all bad. But to the fight specifically, Shakur Stevenson gets a shutout. And a knockdown, so that's really a shutout.
Yeah.
The criticism is that it was boring.
Yeah.
Were you bored?
Bored is harsh. Bored is harsh. I wasn't like, yeah, let's fight. Like I think I was similar to like Andre Ward was like, could he turn the tempo up and get this guy out of there? Yeah. I don't think any of us disagree with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm also not in there risking. And the guy had, powerful right hand by all accounts. And Shakur kind of said that. He was like, he hit me with some shots, and like I didn't want to get hit with those shots. And that's boxing. But he also mentioned he didn't really feel great last night, and I don't think he was thrilled with his performance. But no, I think almost to an extent, and to go to Devin Haney, I think they both get kind of a similar. They're both very responsible defensive fighters, and that was a criticism of Floyd. That's a criticism of both of those two young guys, and they're 22 and 23, I think. So it is what it is. Anytime you get a shutout,
I mean, and then
it's tough to be like, we kind of did that with Caleb Plant. We're like, we're nitpicking, but you didn't lose a round.
Yeah. His dance partner didn't help it. That guy wasn't. My man was cocked with the right all night.
All night, yeah.
I mean, that was about it. But
he was long too.
Yeah,
long guy.
About halfway through the fight, I started thinking in my head, even talking to Carson, I'm like, all right, now I want to see how him and Devin will line up. I'm like, this is going to be him and Devin
tactical
fight, real tactical, like Carson said. There won't be a lot of action.
It's not going to be a shootout.
They're going to be like, oh, you throw, I'm going to throw. You throw, I'm going to throw.
Yeah.
I can see that. It'll be a good fight. I just don't see a lot. That's why I started looking at it, because it literally took me out of the fight. I'm thinking, how will he fight Devin?
And I like the matchup that is likely coming up. Is him versus Jermall Herring. I really like that, not because I just think it's a good matchup. Jermall Herring, good guy, but I think Jermall Herring can test Shakur where he can use that defense and then capitalize with counters and stuff to that effect. This guy yesterday, like you said, his dance partner, he didn't do him any favors. That's like, what are you really going to do at that point?
What I said to you yesterday is Shakur Stevenson seems to be the kind of fighter that will, I like the way this sounds, he'll allow you to dictate the pace, and then he will control the pace. And what I mean by that is, with him being as defensive responsible as he is, yet so sharp with counterattacking and his counter punching ability, he'll let a guy come forward as much as he's going to come forward, throw as many punches as he wants to throw, and then once he figures out, okay, that's what you want to do, only need to take that half step back, only need to slide to the side one time, only need to dip 1, 2, make you miss twice, because I know what your pace is. Yeah. Your pace is 2 punches here, and then I'm going to come back. And the problem that we had yesterday was that his dance partner was not going to give him any more than what he gave him, which was basically standing in front of him and really not attacking.
And Shakur, I don't think even needed to use like his defensive repertoire. Like, he didn't really even need to use a lot of that. Like, it was like very simple movements.
He landed a couple times and dropped him twice. I mean, one.
And the guy had like 9 punches landed through like
one round. He had 3
like 9 rounds in. Yeah. Like, and so I mean, it's tough. As a fan, you have to take it both ways with, do you want to see an exciting fight? Of course. That's why a lot of people like your fights. They're like, Shawn Porter, whether he wins or loses, I know I'm going to get action.
You're going to get your money's worth.
You're going to get your money's worth. But also, as a boxing fan, specifically, and like somebody that appreciates the tactical matchup, it's tough to criticize that. So, I mean, I think it's unfair criticism a lot of times of Devin Haney, of Shakur, of Floyd when it was happening. And so
I think that Shakur is right behind Floyd is like one of the most pure boxers out there. Well, we can't say Floyd now because Floyd's unofficially retired.
Yeah.
We know boxing fans. We know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think that Shakur is like the next like pure boxer.
Yeah.
That has that same type of eye. That even while I'm releasing, I know what you're gonna do. Even while I'm releasing, I see when you're coming.
Defensive move.
Yeah,
already.
and he's so far ahead of everybody.
Yeah, him. I feel like Devin's up there too.
Devin's right
because
there,
Devin
too.
was when that dude threw something, he was already thinking.
Devin's defense, like both of those guys, they don't play defensively. You know what I mean? They may not be as exciting offensively, but defensively, they're just not. They're two guys that are
the game is to get the hit, not get hit.
Yeah. And even if you look, so you, even kind of to go to Linares, but even as these guys continue, like I said, they're 22 and 23, which is crazy.
Yeah.
They're already where they're at.
Yeah,
but
that's nuts, man.
when they start to get tested more, I think their defensive work will be more appreciated because there's going to be a guy, I can't think of anybody offhand, but like, we'll say Teofimo. Like if Devin fights Teofimo and he is able to do that defensively, we're like, damn, Teofimo is really good offensively. So the fact that he's able to avoid that,
right.
Shakur Stevenson, if he just is able to make Jermall Charlo miss, like
right.
oh man,
right.
he's doing that against a really talented offensive fighter.
Right.
So I think it'll as their level continues to increase, it will the respect for like Floyd. If you look back, people or Pernell Whitaker, the highlights of Pernell Whitaker are defensive. And so like if you make somebody look bad, we laughed at Caleb Plant when he did the look off into the thing.
Yeah.
Like when you're making fighters miss at the high level, it's cool. It's good.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But
even going back to Devin Haney real quick, I just thought that him getting hit by Linares and going through those last two rounds the way that he did was like right on time for him, because it's better for him to go through that now with a guy who isn't going to do what I wanted him to do what I wanted him to do. Yeah. But better go through that now and learn from it. And now you know how to how your body's gonna react. You know how to react. Maybe even do some different things in training so that you'll be more prepared to take that kind of shot. But moving forward,
hopefully you don't take that kind of shot.
Well, but again, moving forward, that just kind of that punch came out of nowhere. Like I was like, did he just get hit? It came out of nowhere. But he'll be much more prepared for it now. So am I saying that Shakur has to go through that too? No, I'm not. No, every fighter's different. Yeah, I think that,
and he might. But honestly, he might.
No, every fighter's gonna get hit with a big shot and get rocked. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather got hit. Madonna hit him with something. He was going into the corner. Shane almost knocked his head off.
Zab Judah, I think, caught him.
Yeah, caught him. He's been caught a few times. So he's gonna get hit.
Yeah.
If he makes it with no hits, big hits,
greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah, hey man.
Interesting.
If you make it a whole career without getting rocked,
you're the greatest fighter ever.
Earl Spence been rocked. If you go back and look, Earl Spence been rocked.
Yeah.
Kell Brook. I felt like you rocked him.
Kell Brook got him with
I heard I rocked him.
I felt like you rocked him, but he got almost rocked by somebody.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yes, like in his he was
early on
14-0. Dude almost knocked him out.
Yeah, I guess I can't think of it, but there's not like a signature one that like comes.
Not that we need to bust him out.
No,
I watched that fight because I was getting ready to fight him.
Everybody gets rocked.
Who it was.
Everyone gets rocked. But
it's boxing.
Yeah. So I think both those guys will continue to grow, continue to learn.
Did you get rocked on the football field?
I broke my collarbone, so I'd say
different
so.
Though. They didn't get rocked.
My collarbone
you get
shattered.
Rocked on the football field?
Yeah, I told you. When I moved out here,
and I had a concussion.
They moved me up to I was 6th grade. They moved over to the 8th grade with my brother, and they had a running back on the team called Rambo, and I tried to tackle him.
You don't want to tackle somebody named Rambo.
And the next minute I know, I was in space.
What was going on?
Yeah,
that's unpleasant.
Yeah. He said he don't want to tackle nobody named Rambo.
Yeah, my dude said that's unpleasant.
But no, to move forward next week, we'll stick with ESPN. The monster, Inoue.
Oh, it's your guy.
It's my guy.
I was like, where you going? I thought you were going to Charlo.
No, he fights. I figured we go ESPN to ESPN.
Okay,
but he fights a Filipino fighter, Dasmarinas, who his nickname is Hot and Spicy or something to that effect.
Oh, what? How do you know that?
I can dig that.
You think you Sean today?
No, I looked into it. No, I looked into it because I wasn't too familiar with the guy.
He's like, Sean's not here today.
Yeah, let me step up. In fairness, I didn't know Sean was not going to be here until I was sitting in this very chair. But shout out to Sean Zytel, Fight Hype. FightHype.com. I don't know if that's a website, but Fight Hype.
That's it.
Yeah, but with that, so
Hey,
anyway,
they just hitting 1 million subscribers on
that,
YouTube.
Congrats.
Hey, we hit a
Say
million.
Fight Hype a couple more times then. Let's say Fight Hype a couple
No,
more
we're
times.
good.
We good?
They got enough. Okay, but no, so we get the monster in there.
Oh, we might.
Hopefully, I saw somebody say that with this guy, I think it's hot and spicy, but also McChicken, tasty McChickens. But with that, hopefully it's another guy. We talk about wanting
It's like really like
you want,
solidifying.
You want
how
a shootout?
fat you are.
Yeah, very. I don't think I needed further solidifying.
Hot and spicy is correct.
Hot and spicy, yeah. See,
If he come out with a hot and spicy, that'd be
I'm
wild.
down for it. Just what if his gloves are hot and spicy wrappers, like McChicken wrappers?
No, stop.
Hey,
stop.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Hey, the fat boys are back. Y'all always killing us.
Yeah, but with that, I hope he, even if he's not maybe on Inoue's level, as long as it's an offensive shootout, I'm down for it. And Inoue had his toughest fight against a fellow Philippines fighter.
Yeah,
obviously Nonito Donaire.
Yeah.
But Michaela Mayer on the undercard as well.
Yeah.
Defending her title.
Yeah.
Which I think she will do successfully. Very skilled boxer. Yeah, and if anybody's not familiar with the monster, just to go back to the main event, watch it. Like, if you see this guy listed on the pound for pound list, watch the fight.
Oh, you talking about? I keep thinking, who is the monster?
Yeah, I'm talking about. Anyway.
Is this like you want to give him this nickname? Is
that's his nickname? Is the monster?
Oh, is that because is it Japan? You know, like
Oh no, don't do that.
That's because he's a monster. But that no. So I think if you're questioning, hey, why do I keep seeing this guy at the top 5 pound for pound? Tune in Saturday. You'll see why. But
Fast.
yeah, very fast. As we mentioned before, the thing with him that I like is he's gonna sit in the pocket.
Yeah.
And he's gonna there's gonna be a slight defensive move, and he's gonna get his shots off. But so that should be a fun one.
It'll be a fun one.
And then moving on to one of the other 17 cards that will be involved.
What is it? Realistically,
There's
is it
5
4?
technically.
5?
One is loose. One is a loose card. It's Cesar Chavez Sr. has an exhibition against Camacho.
Does that count?
And Chavez Jr. fights Anderson Silva.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm a
the
betting
spider?
man. Bet the spider. He's plus $350 or something
I
like
like
that.
that.
So every $100 you bet, you win $350.
Yeah, no, I like
Make
that.
that bet for me.
Allegedly. That's the one that we don't really need to touch on. But also on DAZN, Jaime Munguia fights.
Oh, Munguia's back.
And that guy can throw some bombs. He fights the guy that fought Triple G last year, Szeremeta,
Okay.
which it wasn't a
The guy is,
drastically competitive fight.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, no. It was a waste of time.
But so hopefully Munguia's been out of the ring for some time. So I think we'll finally get to see.
Young kid.
Yeah.
It's a lot of young
And
guys
that dude,
coming up.
and you talk about somebody again that's going to be offensively there.
Yeah.
And they were talking about
He heavy-handed too.
to go back to when Shane Jr. fought Quigley. They were like, oh yeah, the next guy, whoever wins could fight Boo Boo or Munguia. I was like, Jaime? Like, definitely don't want to see that happen. But
Come on, man, don't do out of the void like that, man.
Because when they said it on the zone,
I know,
both
man.
of y'all was like, "Oh, we don't want him to win."
Hey, come on, man, what you doing?
I didn't say that.
I did not say that.
Neither of us
We
said
did
that.
not. He lying right now.
I will say,
Shane, he lying.
the
I didn't say that. I know Carson didn't say that
the
either.
quote I will say is, I said, whoever wins this fight, I hope they don't fight Munguia.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't
How's
say
that
don't win.
different?
Why would we say don't win the fight?
Because if you win the fight, you can fight somebody else. You don't have to fight this guy that's going to knock your block off.
Somebody asked me the other day, "Why are you always fighting the hardest guys?" I said, "Who else would I fight?"
Oh, fair
so it's kind
It's a somewhat rare thought process in boxing. But so DAZN has that. I don't think there was anything else especially noteworthy on that card.
Charlo,
yeah, on Showtime.
Be like, get to Charlo.
Yeah, I think it's a knockout for Charlo.
hey,
I don't see
the
why
dude
it
he's
wouldn't
fighting has 20. I think he's undefeated, and all his fights is by knockout.
Yeah,
He knocked out the dude that got knocked out by a ghost one time.
be. James Kirkland.
Yeah, Carson. Yeah, why Carson's
all
my
right,
guy?
to anyone,
Carson don't be knowing what I'm
to
talking about.
anyone that knows that video, do we ever watch that? So when Canelo fought James
I'm
Kirkland,
like so out the loop right now.
so when Canelo fought James Kirkland, which was to describe it as a massacre
I got
would be
you.
an understatement.
Yeah.
But somebody somehow very talented editing person took Canelo out of it.
Right.
So it's just
right.
invisible punches in Kirkland's face. He falling into the ropes.
Right.
But Kirkland was that's another heavy-handed guy.
Yeah.
But So he fights Montiel, and then with
Oh, he's not undefeated.
who is
Montiel's
Montiel?
not undefeated.
But all his victories are by knockout.
I think he's got 2 or 3 losses.
You got 4 losses.
4 losses.
But I think he's lost. To some guys. In all fairness, but let's see what we got. He lost to Munguia. no shame.
What's that? His cousin?
No, he fought Munguia. He fought the other guy. So he's got some losses, but he's another guy that, for the most part, I think is a come forward fighter.
All right, he going to sleep in 2. All right.
But then undercard,
I commentated that fight
we talk about
that he had with Kirkland.
we want fights that are, if they're not 1A versus 1B, we want action. Isaac Cruz versus Francisco Vargas. That's gonna be some action because Francisco Vargas comes to rock.
Yeah, no,
And so when we saw Cruz last here, so we always talk about styles make fights,
right?
Child styles make fights up there. But when Isaac Cruz fought Romero it was an undercard of a fight last year.
Yeah,
We talked about it, and it was that Romero just stayed outside, and he was kind of sticking, he was moving, and Cruz was just like, I'm coming for you. He was even rushing a little bit in. Vargas he's not going to be backpedaling. Both these guys are going to be coming forward. So that should be a good one. Angelo Leo.
Hey, my man. Every
back, huh?
Yeah, Angelo Leo fights in the undercard.
All fights Carson loves are fights. No, I ain't gonna say it.
I prefer, Sean knows this. I
about the wild?
I a lot of times prefer the more tactical by myself, but as far as just watching a fight, if I'm just going to throw something on, especially an undercard.
I was gonna say you okay with you gonna get some
Undercard gotta have action.
CT. What is it called?
Oh no, not
Oh wow.
No, I like the action, but I actually prefer a more tactical approach. But
wrong with
Angelo
you,
Leo fights Aaron.
I think I might have it.
Probably do.
He fights Alameda. But yeah, Charlo, I don't. Are we assuming Charlo has any trouble?
No.
No.
Hey, no.
A highlight reel knockout would be nice for Charlo.
Yeah, he needs to clean this guy's clocked.
Yeah, and I think he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets him out of there.
I say let's just shout out to Juneteenth. You know, that's our day.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but let's get through this weekend, get the next.
You like the next weekend? You like the 26th?
Yeah, I think we got a little more action.
Well, I think a lot of these, it's not top guy versus top guy in a lot of these fights. It's a top guy versus a guy or a contending guy.
Well, actually, the Triller fight.
Yeah, about to
let's move the Triller.
Yeah, my bad.
We got one of the
Juneteenth is
actually.
gonna be nice.
Let's also a little background on that. Teofimo Lopez is now back with Top Rank, so that's cool.
Hey,
Talk a lot of trash about each other.
Signed a
and
new
came
deal.
back and got a
Signed a new deal.
He was never not with Top Rank.
Based on what they were saying, they were
I think
with Top Rank.
Is it Triller?
Triller, yeah.
Just won the purse bid, Carson.
Yeah, but then there was some hostility
But you know how
from
Bobby is.
Yeah, from
Shout out to
Bob
Bobby.
Arum. No, I'm not gonna shout that guy out. But
That's his name, Robert.
yeah,
His name Bob's
Robert A.
Let's go with Bobby. I like Bobby. You just euthanized him.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you know what? How you doing, Mr. Bob?
Is that a word?
I did not say that.
No, that's when you put somebody down.
Yeah, that's what I was like, yes.
You euthanize like a horse.
That's why
youth.
That's why I pulled myself out of that.
You made him young.
Yeah, you made him younger.
I got you. I see what you did. I see what you're doing.
You just
there.
made him way younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby went from 90 to 74.
Yeah, something like that. But no, there was some very clear hostility from both
52.
parties regarding Teofimo after the first bid with Triller, and that he was like, "Nah, forget you guys." So now
Hey, I've never seen a promoter.
Because it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter in what sense.
Only thing that matters is what's on the paper.
Yeah, it seems that seems
I'm not
like
sure I'm following that.
You know how Bob is. It seems like he says it. I
talks
don't give a
all
damn
the
what you
time.
say.
Yeah.
I know what the paper said. He says that, and you know, Bob. I never met a guy that talked more crap about his own people than Bob Arum.
Yeah,
like he signed with him or not.
You never seen another.
Yeah. Sing. You right. Sing. Yeah.
Because you ain't never met Bob, right, Bobby?
Nope.
I'm good. Yeah,
but I'm saying,
He said, I'm good.
yeah, I'll pass. But yeah,
he keeps it real. I guess. All right, just
Sure.
He's old school.
Yeah, real and old school are I think are kind ways of putting that.
I don't know, Carson.
I don't know. We mentioned we don't want to trash Bob Arum too much or Top Rank, but
is Bob bad for the game?
Bobby, come on here.
Short answer, yes. But
No, he's not bad for the game.
He is 100%.
Don't say nothing
but
crazy.
Teofimo's back.
Still.
Back with Top Rank, moving forward. And then with that, Triller. Teofimo fights Kambosos.
Yeah.
I'm not too
A lot of talking.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Kambosos. He has a couple nice wins though.
I've been watching him.
You know who he beat? Cleveland's own. Mickey
Oh,
Bay.
he beat Bay.
Yeah,
he
Mickey
beat Bay. I watched that fight.
His
too.
last fight was on DAZN. He fought Selby. That was a really
Lee
close.
Selby.
It was a really close fight.
That's
but
a
he got
good
the win.
close fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to see Teofimo tested, and I would like to see Teofimo bomb him out just because I'm a fan of Teofimo. But
Let me say this. I'm gonna be down there working.
You're gonna be where working?
I'm gonna be working Triller.
Oh, okay. We got a job.
Yeah, we got another job.
No, we got it.
Oh no.
we'll be watching from
Y'all-
home.
Hey,
proud.
Showtime. Pick me and Carson up for the next one.
Y'all not going.
We'll
to
be at
this
home
one.
proud watching.
Y'all not going to this one.
Okay.
But with that being said, I've been watching this kid Kambosos, and George is an Australian fighter, and I'm gonna just give you what I know about Australian fighters. The ones that are tough and the ones that have good boxers, they don't stop.
Mm-hmm.
You got the guys that really can't hurt a fly.
Shout out to Joe Horn.
You got the guys that really ain't got no good coordination or technique, and those guys, you push them to the side. This dude's got good coordination. He's got good technique. He's got good boxing ability, and he's tough. I've been reading up on him because I've been studying. I had to study him.
Yeah.
He has Spartan blood, and I'm putting in quotes because
That's what he said.
Nah, I mean,
what's
like
said
they
by
they
the
say
people.
that his lineage, you can date it back to him having Spartan blood. You know,
So we got to fight.
we got to fight. We got to
Spartan
fight.
like
I'm
him,
not
Master
overselling this. I'm not overselling this. I've been watching this dude. I said he's willing to talk with
Teofimo.
Tio, what
Yeah.
not too many guys are willing to do, which means he believes a lot of everything that he's saying.
He's
Which means
confident.
if you believe what you're saying, you believe what you can do.
Yeah, true.
And
Sometimes.
I got a feeling this is gonna be a really good fight.
He's not undefeated for a reason. He's undefeated for a reason.
Yeah.
And you said we have a fight. I'm pretty confident. Let me look at this list, but I think there's 140 fights actually on this Triller card. So we have
They trying to outdo the zone.
the co-main, another women's title fight.
Franchon.
Yeah,
Cruz.
getting the center stage there.
Yeah.
Michael Hunter, Mike Wilson. Yeah, there literally is just to highlight a couple guys: Charles Conwell, Cleveland's own, former Olympian. Mm-hmm. Willie Monroe, been around. Ray Robinson, who got in there with SP.
That's a
Once upon a time.
list right there.
I'm looking and I'm pretty confident. Let me just count for the people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by my count.
Hey yo, shout out
It's gonna be a long night of work for you.
Shout
my
out
man.
to Jim Lampley, right?
Yeah.
So we on a production call.
Who was also on the Triller. Announced me on commentary team.
coming
in case-
out of retirement,
Yeah.
which is pretty tight.
He sent the facts like
And
MJ. I'm back.
for me to be alongside him to do this is amazing for me. Again, another journey that I'm on in life, and I couldn't be any happier or feeling any more blessed. But listen, we on the call and we getting to the end of the call, and now we kind of saying our goodbyes. He said, "Hey Jim, we just want to let you know we got a long night ahead of us. Fight start at 3. If you want to come early, and it's been a little while, you might want to get back in there and
So
make sure."
I'll be in there
He
Friday
said-
night.
Yeah, he says, "Well, all due respect, I started this in '82 without any rehearsal, and I'm pretty sure I can come in there on Saturday night and do it without rehearsal."
Fair enough. Off the dome.
But if you would like, I'll come back. I said, if this ain't the coolest, so hype, man, so hype,
Yeah, that's a legend. I thought
and
he
a
was
great
gonna say
card to do it on too.
That's so many fights. Yeah.
good fights. I think we're gonna get a lot to talk about, but then this main event it's gonna be a tight one.
We should have had Jim on today. That'd have been a good one.
He would have came on too.
I know.
he
So
would've came.
yeah, and with Teofimo, I think he was a rising star, and then he beats Lomachenko, and now he's there.
Yeah.
he's arrived.
Which
as,
I had.
as they say.
There was a draw on my card.
The issue with this is going to be nobody really gives a lot of credit to Kambosos.
The
Blows him
IBF
out.
mandatory.
Yeah, so if Teofimo blows him out, people are going to be like, okay.
19-0.
Yeah, you beat a guy we don't know.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Yeah.
But if he struggles, or even if he doesn't just completely smoke him,
Gonna be on the other side of it.
people are going to say, you struggling against this guy? I've never heard of this guy. So,
And Carson starting back all the way with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
The big dogs down there at the bottom, they all struggled. The last 3 haven't looked good.
well, in
With
fairness,
Devin,
Teofimo had that kind of with
Shakur.
Nakatani. So hopefully he kind of got that out of the way where he that was kind of his step up before he fought Loma. But so it should be fun. It's gonna be.
And
I don't know how.
That's not an easy fight.
Course, no,
I was saying I got money on him.
Yeah, he's fights Lomachenko the next week. But
that's a great fight.
I don't know how I'm gonna watch these. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the Euros are on for soccer. And soccer fans.
Carson's be really stressing.
There's so many fights on.
You can borrow a TV.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna have the phone rocking, the computer rocking, a TV rocking. We can't come here because somebody's got to work, but got to pay the bills. But you got to pay for the lights here.
Porterhouse is always open.
Maybe we'll get the theater room up there rocking.
Enough screens here.
But
that's for sure.
Let's go to what people probably tuned in for to start. Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman too.
I was like, what did they tune in?
I like that we do this a lot of time. We'll talk about like the important thing last, and we don't do it on purpose. It just there's a lot of boxing.
But I know that's what everyone's here for today.
Yeah. And if we didn't mention it, that was going to be every comment.
Yeah.
You guys didn't talk about it, so
well, y'all just gonna be mad at me.
That's fine. They can be mad at you, not me.
Hey,
I was pressed to ask you.
All right.
the fight,
All right. So Carson, what do you think about the fight? Thurman Porter 2. What do you think about it?
Let me do this first.
Okay.
Do you have any update from your side?
I have zero update.
Perfect.
I promise. I have zero update.
Are we good? Are we good having this discussion between me and
Go
Carson?
for it.
Of course. Yeah, we don't need to. We won't.
We'll need him.
Hang on it for too long. But I thought Keith won the first fight. I was not one of the people that thought that
he had Shawn.
Yeah, there were some people that debated me on that. And I was like, really? You're going to argue with me about
it? It was a hell of a fight.
100%. Here's what I think the big difference is going to be. Since then, I think
literally
Shawn,
like talking like I'm not here.
We're pretending like you're not. But I think since then, what was it, 2016?
2016.
So since 2016, I think Shawn has improved. Mm-hmm. And I think Keith has not decreased, but I think he's dealt with injuries and layoffs. So I think
and the hungers
has either
he lost that damn.
Hunger. That's a lot of people's argument.
Keith won the championship and lost that damn hunger.
Yeah. So I think if anything, if it was an extremely close fight, I think Shawn has improved where Keith has maybe stagnated. Mm-hmm. Where I would pick, if I had to pick somebody right now, I'd pick Shawn.
Yeah. If you put a gun to my head with a bazooka on the other side, I'll pick Shawn.
Take all that?
Why you're not here? You're not here. I'm gonna pick Shawn. But
if it happens,
if the fight happens, I gotta go with Shawn. But just because I always say I know how dangerous Shawn is when he's underdog. Even though people are picking him, Shawn wants that back. I'll never forget at the end of the fight, Shawn said, "I wanted that." That is stuck in his head. Matter of fact, if the fight gets signed, I'm making a shirt called "I Wanted That." I told my lady that last night. She's like, "Why?" I said, "Don't worry about it. Me and Shawn didn't know." But I know how bad he wants that fight. And he's coming in, and he's more improved. That Shawn Porter was nice, but this Shawn Porter knows how to box. He don't smother his punches as much. He's been in the ring with Errol Spence, which took his game to another level. Keith's been in this ring with Manny Pacquiao and looked great. Yeah, I gotta say he got dropped.
Yeah, look.
But I just don't.
We don't know what short hair Keith is though.
Yeah,
short hair Keith might be. Might be a whole different. I got the fresh. I took it down, but.
I just think
I think he might be a new
Shawn Porter Shawn just improved dramatically since that fight. And he was right there to win the fight. And I just don't feel like Keith has improved as much.
If it happens,
I haven't seen
it's gonna be exciting.
Am I back? Am I here?
I was gonna ask you a question now that you're back.
Okay, I'm back.
Do you have a better post-fight moment than the Errol "Do I Look Worried?" which didn't get enough credit at the time? Because that was on the fly too. Yeah. That was pretty solid. Yeah. And Jim Gray, in all fairness,
people really thought.
What did he say? No,
he hyped it up like he was like blah blah blah, and he's talking to Errol, and Errol's obviously he's feeling it, whatever. And so was that drunk Errol? No, he was maybe he might be. No, he was excited though. Either way,
I don't give a damn.
But he was. So he's hyped up, and Jim Gray seems to be just amping it up from Errol's side, rightfully so. Errol, arguably the best welterweight right now.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, he's number one.
Not arguably, number one. Yeah. But then he just turns to you and he's like, "Hey, so we pretty much just said this guy's gonna kick the shit out of you." And you just hit him with, "Hey, do I look worried?"
Yeah.
What if he would have been like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Would you have a rebuttal? Were you gonna have to come with something off the cuff?
My rebuttal would have been
No.
Yeah. Like,
you don't know.
Yeah, Jim, you don't know what you're looking at.
You don't know my life.
I think one day Earl Spence will never fight Shawn Porter again.
I think you would.
Until he's forced into the fight.
Yeah, if the fight came.
Listen, so this is my question for both of y'all.
All right, come on.
Since I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
We're listening. We're here.
Does Shawn Porter or Keith Thurman need a fight back or a fight before you see them get in the ring with one another?
You gonna go first, my man?
No, the answer is no.
Okay. What you say? Oh,
No.
what was the question?
He's saying, does he need a tune-up fight?
Do you want to see a tune-up fight from
No. Get your ass in the ring.
Old, man.
See, you are in there.
You're not 20.
You're old as a
28
boxer.
anymore.
It's time to go.
And you're old in life, but
And y'all also
I
in
got
the effed up
kids.
position
Yeah,
where
2 of 'em.
y'all kind of gotta fight each other.
yeah,
It's effed up but that's Terrence ain't fighting nobody.
true.
Earl's going after Manny, which Manny's going after Earl. That's money.
Yeah.
That's a money maker. So and Terrence the only one left. I don't know what Ugas and who else is I don't know what Ugas and Danny Garcia is doing.
Fight each other. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Mikey Garcia.
Signed it up.
He's not. Damn it. Mikey can't compete at the
There was one
welterweight.
that was mentioned.
Damn, that hurt to say.
There was one. There was.
Oh, that hurt me to say, man. I feel like I just talked about my kids.
There was somebody mentioned for Mikey. I can't think of who it was, but
Ugas.
was it Ugas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think happens in that fight? Do we have time?
Oh, yeah, we got time. We our own boss.
Yeah,
All right,
they got a minute or two.
What happens in that fight?
Now we're just completely.
What happens to your guy in that
We're
fight?
completely fantasy matchup.
Right.
I gotta go with Ugas.
I do as well.
What?
I do as well.
What you got, Mikey?
Mikey's just too small, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And the issue is Mikey.
The footwork is terrible.
Mikey's footwork is terrible?
Yes.
I don't think Mikey. I think Ugas' footwork isn't very great. But my issue is Mikey.
Cubans can dance better than Mexicans.
That's a powerful welterweight. That's a strong. Ugas is a strong welterweight.
I do now. I want to see a dance off.
I don't either. Which I still want the you and Danny Garcia dance off since that was mentioned at a press conference.
When was that mentioned?
By you. They were
that's what I was talking
comparing you
about,
like
how
I can dance better,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. But I think like Ugas is a legitimate welterweight.
Yeah, he is.
And so I think if anything, Mikey, I mean, you can try to use your angles and get shots off, but I think Ugas is just too big and too strong. But
Mikey, we're not gonna see.
In fairness, I have
we're not
no
gonna
clue if
see
this fight
Mikey
ever
Garcia
happens.
again, huh? The Mikey that you fell in love with.
Nah.
It's
Not at welterweight.
It's tough
He's
at
a
welterweight. Yeah.
junior welterweight? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a welterweight,
I wonder
man.
why he wouldn't go back down.
He wants that money. Mikey want to get paid. Mikey's about the dollar. And with all respect to Mikey.
How about this? Since we're just making up fights at this point,
Oh.
what if Mikey moves down to 140 and Teofimo moves up from 35 to 40?
I don't know. Now I'm losing track. I don't know.
All right.
And then this guy also fights that guy.
All right, let's speak on what we're talking about. So let's say the Porter Thurman fight gets made. Winner out of that fights the winner out of Earl
Manny. I'm down for it.
Suppose.
Except
that's-
Errol has
supposed to.
continually said he's never fighting Keith Thurman.
And he's starting to say he's not fighting Shawn again. He's like he'll go to 154 without.
Oh, that's
Why?
fine. I don't mind.
Danny said that too.
Danny ready to move up. Danny like
Why?
I'm done with
Danny you
147.
can't compete at 147. How you gonna compete at 154? Charlo will put you to sleep.
I would agree.
Mark my words. I'll bet my house on it.
I'm not gonna bet my house on it. I would agree.
I bet Carson house on it.
No, don't do it. That would. Yeah, I think if I'm Errol, I
Some of
don't.
these dream matchups were real.
Yeah, and I also, to be fair, I don't care if
game
Errol fights you.
coming out
I don't care if he fights him again. Yeah. Yes.
Nah, we gotta get that give back, man.
Coming soon.
We gotta get that give
Well,
back.
from a personal.
Nah, man, yeah.
in
We gotta get that give back.
From a personal perspective, I wish Shawn was retired, and then to go personal from that, do I want Shawn to get the rematch? Sure, but like if I'm Errol. I don't. I'm like as a boxing fan, I'm not like, man, Errol Spence.
I'm not
you really
going
got to
back
run
there.
that back
Yeah.
with SP.
It's kind of like me having a pain in the butt customer, but they pay me big money. All right, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's not even worth your business.
yeah.
He went through hell that night. That was his hardest fight.
But no, I think we've played matchmaker enough. Shout out to
so.
BBC.
Yeah, and me and Carson will. I will take the Thurman Porter too.
Absolutely, I think a lot of people would. But I'm curious.
you-
Leave some comments.
Yeah. See what you say. Hey, did you look into his eyes and see if the fights are getting made? I don't know.
Nah, I told the truth. My dad and I told y'all. My dad and I have not even.
All right.
I told you. I don't even know if my dad has seen
The rumors.
The rumor,
That's funny.
So
Yeah, we'll see if it happens. It makes sense for I think both parties involved, but we'll see if that happens.
Hey, people, stop asking the Dudley boys in the comments. We don't know nothing.
Shout out to the Dudley
That's what they
boys,
call
though.
me and Carson,
Yeah.
the Dudley boys.
Shout
You know what the Dudley boys are?
yeah, I know the
wrestlers.
Dudley
Yeah.
boys. Is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
3D.
I guess it's hilarious.
Also, for any soccer fans, I got Belgium winning the
One
Euros.
of them was
And
black and one of them was white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they was brothers.
They kind of reminded me of like Bebop and Rocksteady from Ninja Turtles, if you remember that. One
Oh
of them
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
Rhino,
a
another
pig
one
and a
was-
rhino,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
But and another soccer thing that kind of
That's
end
a
on
cool name
end on
for-
like a somber note, but serious soccer moment yesterday.
What happened?
Player collapsed.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday for anyone listening. He collapsed and was, by all accounts, was dead.
Oh wow.
Like they brought him back to life. Had CPR, had to use the paddles on him. They don't know what's happening yet, Christian Eriksen. But yeah, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in sports.
You know what's interesting, man? I was watching what
The Euros.
the Euros.
Euro 2020. UEFA Euro
the
2020. Yeah.
The UEFA.
Yeah. UEFA is the
UEFA.
governing body, which boxing and soccer also have governing bodies.
Yeah.
But carry on.
I was watching the other day and I had the realization. I remember back in the day, if you played soccer, you was a punk. Because between comparing soccer to football, it was like
Physicality.
physicality. It was like, yo, you a punk. You come get on the football field or whatever.
Yeah.
But the other, I'm grown up.
Yeah.
I've been around a lot of soccer people, football people,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of friends and so on and so forth. And so I respect the game.
Yeah.
Of course, I respect the sport and all that. But I was watching the other day while we were out at breakfast, and I said, wow, these guys have a lot of field to cover.
Yeah.
That's not easy. And so all of the respect that I didn't have for those guys when I was young was kind of all of it has come in circle.
Yeah.
Because I know that even though I train my butt off for football, it's different. It's a different sport.
Yeah.
But the way that they train, I probably couldn't train that way.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, 150 yards?
It's a big pitch, man.
Yeah, man.
But that, yeah.
And
that
so
was-
for that guy to collapse, I mean,
they're trying to figure. They don't. People. Also, for anyone that does, don't speculate. Like people are like, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. None of us are doctors. We don't know what it was. And they also were showing the guy's wife and fans crying. I'm like, again, I don't need to see this. Just cut away. But that was the craziest moment I've ever seen. He just collapsed, and thankfully the players circled him so the cameras couldn't see him. But somber moment. Hopefully he's their best player, Christian Eriksen for Denmark. But I got a Denmark jersey. I'm actually a Christian Eriksen jersey. I'm gonna have to break out.
how much longer is that?
So the tournament goes until July,
What is it,
mid-July.
UEFA?
It's the Euros.
The Euros.
UEFA is the European governing body.
So they're not gonna win the tournament now?
They probably weren't going to win anyway, but hopefully, people are saying he might have to retire again. Speculation. Hopefully, he doesn't. But I got Belgium. Shout out to Michy Batshuayi. But that's I knew I was arguing with about soccer, and they were like, I was like, yeah, it's the biggest sport in the world. They were like, well, I was like, no, it is. It's not. They're acting like, oh, well,
It's because it's not respected in America.
Yeah, no, but I was like, it's factually they were acting like I was making something up. I was like, no, it literally is the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
But tune in Copa America's going on.
Wait, that's all we got for y'all today.
Happy Father's Day. Shout
Is it
out to
gonna be
Shawn.
Father's Day before they hear from us?
Yeah.
Is it
Father's
next
Day's
Sunday?
Sunday
Oh,
next
yeah.
week.
And
that's
RealDadsNetwork.org.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the real dads out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Hey, not the fake dads that only pick your son up on Father's Day and not around for the rest of the I'm calling you out.
Yeah, do it.
Hey, Sean, all my friends don't take care of your kids and you wonder why I don't hit you up no more?
That's why.
I don't respect that.
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk.
And enjoy enjoy boxing on the 19th and channel surfing, flipping back and forth. I'm gonna be mad.
And take the kids to the park. Teach them how to pass balls.
And enjoy the new outro because that's coming soon.
So enjoy the new outro or the current outro
Oh, and enjoy the current outro
because it's gonna be gone soon.
It's gonna be
Album
gone
of the
soon,
year,
so.
Makami, Pray for Haiti.
Also, we
Shout
got
out.
an auction coming up. Ugly Sean's going up on auction.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, that has to be done.
Oh, there he is.
Sean. Auction started off at 1.5 mil.
Hey, listen, that's anyway. All right, have a good day. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porterweight Podcast.